Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. And why is it a happy Monday? Because I don't work. That that is it, right? Oh, all right. Been just messing with stuff this morning, trying to get things to like work and not work, and uh, it's a pain. But I think everything is working. I think sound is good. I think everything else is correct. So we'll just get started and kind of see what happens, right? I think we need some music on though. We're gonna put the chip tune channel back on, and that should be all right. So, what's everybody up to out there? Now, yesterday, it was a good day. So, streamed in the morning, then spent a little bit of time, very little, trying to work on the staircase that I was trying to work on yesterday. Ended up having to wait until later, but so took a break, went to the winery, came back. I took a nap. Jeep and Blade Subnautica 2, and then I got on and worked on the staircase, right? So it ended up looking pretty good. Oh, where do I think I have a picture of it. Let me see. Yeah, I do. All right. So, on the web whiteboard, which, by the way, is linked at the top, this here is how the stairs ended up looking, right? Oh, can't see it. See, I knew there was something. There we are. That's it, right? So it turned out, I think, pretty good for making it look like it's going down, right? Now, what I did was in that tile set, let me find it. It was in the cave. I think it was just in this one. Yeah. So I made a whole bunch of layers when I was doing this, right? Each of the stairs is the same image, just alternating, flipped back and forth. Then I used a little bit of shadow with an alpha to it and slowly increased it. So I started at the bottom, one across, then on each layer of the, like each of the stairs is a layer, and slowly made it, bring it up. I added a little bit of shadow around the outside to make it look good. So I think it turned out okay. It turned out like that. Yeah, I think that turned out pretty good. Yep. All right. What I was trying to work on also this morning was I am dividing my map into 4 zones. Each of the zone is like a biome, right? So the top left one is the grasslands. The bottom left is the regular marsh. Then the top right is the ancient forest. And then the bottom right is the deep marsh. Now, I need to put those coordinates into the stuff. So, we're going to be working on some of that today, too. And then we're going to be playing through the first initial set of quests, right? So, when we get through... let me think about this. When you go quest 1, 2, and 3, 3 is not quite set up, so we may end up cheesing it just a little bit. But then when you come and you finish quest 3 and you walk outside, Paul the lumberjack makes his way from roughly like about here, kind of moves on it, but I don't know why, but he moves, and then he starts walking, makes his way here up to here, and comes into this section, right? You do some quests, and when you're done, it unlocks the gets rid of the tree, and we'll get rid of this one here as well. So now the ancient forest is unlocked, and it'll be good. So we're going to be setting up those coordinates, and we're going to... I need to finish the very end of Paul's quest. Neri, good morning. Your stuff that you're sending me is like so far beyond me. You're so good at this stuff. I always like seeing it. Right, Sophie? I know. You want to know what's more impressive? You compressing 4 gigabytes down to 442K. How? That's an amazing compression rate. That's crazy. WinRAR, that's it. I mean, WinRAR does well, but that seems like crazy compression. Yeah, that's impressive. All right. Oh, yeah, so I was talking briefly about also, this is how the stairwell came out. It took a whole bunch of layers, right? Because I copied the stairs and I kept flipping them. I made them go sort of at an angle from about here down. And then put a little bit of alpha on it to increase the darkness or decrease the darkness from the dark bottom step all the way up. So I think that turned out fine. So yeah, that is insane compression. The first one makes sense because it's mostly just one color. Gotcha. Yeah, but even 16 gigabytes down to 46 megs is an amazing compression. It's amazing, just how they're able to do that stuff, right? All right. Well, I don't really have much else to talk about for new game, that kind of stuff. I don't know. Is anybody playing anything new out there? What's this one? Spacecraft. Let's see. All right, well, this one kind of looks neat. So it's called Spacecraft. It comes out June 11th, but it looked like on here there is a May 20th for an early access. Not really. Avoids free games on Steam. They're Steelers, yeah. Right, so they have a demo out right now. Early access looks like it'll be coming out soon, and then the game is official releases on June 11th. So, but I don't know much about it other than it's something new. Looks like it's coming out. It's called Spacecraft. And yeah. All right, let's drop over. There we are, staring, looking at the stairs. I think it turned out pretty good. If a game is not on a console, you're not interested. Probably a scam. You don't trust anything. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean they're probably all scams, but you know, hey. All right. Talked a little bit. I was trying to break up this, right? So we're looking at breaking it into 4 distinct zones for right now, right? So it's 4 zones, really 3 kind of biomes. Yeah. Let's do that. So I think I did need I have 2 of them set up right here, right? So we're gonna build, it's gonna be like 3 more I gotta put in here. All right, let's just do this. On this one, we're going to make it the grasslands. That should be 0, 0, 1250, roughly. Now, I had already written down the coordinates, so I came in, tried to figure it out as best I can. So for the darkness on the grassland, we don't really want any darkness, right? And then we're gonna do an ancient forest one, so we'll just now this is to the right hand side, so it's roughly right about 1250 as well, but we're gonna say 1251, and this should be 0. Welcome in, Miss Smashed. Yes, we're doing some coding. I'm working on a game. How are you doing? So the game that I'm working on is a RPG, and what I'm currently doing is splitting my map into 4 zones to create different style darkness. Right? So when you walk into that zone, it will create a new like light layer on you. Yeah, so this is behind the scenes. I use a game engine. It's called GameMaker. You do all the coding for it. You create the assets in it. Yeah. You're not too bad. You woke up with a slight headache. Oh, that's not cool. I don't know if you get headaches from weather. I do occasionally. Like the pressures change too much. All right, this should be no 28. We're gonna have to go in and adjust it as we see, but it should be pretty close. Now, Ancient Forest, I don't want it darker than like the marsh. So we're gonna say maybe like 0. I don't know. Let's go 0.3, and let's see what that looks like. All right, we're gonna go ahead and run it so you can see it. Here we are. Let me stop the music there. Yeah, spring and fall are the worst. True. I don't know where you live, but here we get a lot of wind in the spring because it prompts like sandstorms, dust storms, that kind of stuff. And yeah, I get headaches with that stuff. All right. So this is the game called the RPG version 2. Mimic. Oh, you're in Canada. Gotcha. I'm down in New Mexico. All right. Which, for here in the Southwest U.S., right? I'm on like the edge of like the plains and desert area. So there's a lot of sand and everything around. All right, this is the game. I'm currently cheating a little bit. I have some of the rewards from the quest on me so that I can test things easier. I've been testing picking up 2 companions. So we have the Wisp in Tavian, who will join you, at least Tavian joins you in fighting. Right? And what I was doing was, when I was entering that stuff into the lighting, when you enter into a zone, did I break it? I think I broke it. Always warm. I mean, it gets cold here. We get snow. It'll drop not into the negatives, but it gets cold. Although, I mean, it snows right on because I'm right next to a bunch of mountains, right? So it'll snow there a lot more, but we do get snow. All right, so we can't, I want to make sure it's correct. I can't walk through here. Okay, so that one's working pretty good. Ancient Forest, Grasslands. Now the marsh is not. Did I mess up the marsh zone? Let me look. Marsh 0, 1400. No, that should be right. So I got to figure that out. It should be going off. Oh, it's probably Grasslands 1250 to 0. Oh, I see what I did. Probably did. This is something I'm making. I am going to release it eventually. I did version 1, so I did a 3-month challenge. Basically, right? These are all the different previous games that I've tried making over the course of the 2 years that I'm learning game dev. I did version 1, which is here. And you can see sort of where I left off, right? So I spent 3 months, put it all together from scratch. And it only has 3 enemies, 3 biomes. That's it. So now the goal is I'm spending about 6 months with it and really taking it to the next level. So I'm calling it version 2. That's kind of what I'm working on. All right. I mean, this looks to me grasslands, marsh. For right now, let me back up a little bit. All right, so we have marsh, cave, right? Let me start it. Yeah, I've done a bunch of different games. When I first started, just a little over 2 years ago now, I made a Asteroids remake. Then I did a couple small like game jams, shorter, small style games. Then I switched it and I had a long game that took me about a year, Pixel Warrior here, 2D dungeon crawl style. Then I made the Twitch avatar app, which is the avatars you see running around the bottom of the screen here. And so I made that, and that interacts with chat. And then a smaller hot air balloon game, a top-down shooter, and the RPG. I was like, oh, I really want to develop that RPG out more, right? All right, let's go into the pub. All right, so this is it. All the people that you see in here walking around are people from chat and people from the local game dev guild and some friends, right? So that's where all the names are coming from. And we'll talk to Brewer here. Pick up a quest. We're gonna go kill the rats because they infest the basement. It's always a good quest to get started with, right? And this is my draft of the journal to be able to keep track of what quests you're doing. And now we're in the basement. We'll go fight a rat. So it's turn-based, right? It's based by that, it means everybody takes turns in it, from you and to the different enemies. It's coming along. This design on the combat is very, very different than where I left off with version 1. You play D&D? Okay. I love D&D. I played for years and years. And then I got into like 3D printing scenery and painting it, and resin printing, like 3D printing the minis and painting those. I love that stuff. Because I played, like, obviously the tabletop. So what I'm working on is different styles attacks, right? So right now you have like light attack, heavy attack, and defend. If you do defend, it drops your focus back down. Focus, when you're in the green, provides bonuses. And then the 2 buttons that were in the middle are just me testing things, right? All right. So we're going to come back up. I already have most of the items on me because I was testing things. So now it shows that oh no, this doesn't click. All right. Let me open my notes. Journal, not switching tabs. Okay. But yeah, I had to come up with all the conversation for this, and it's a lot. So I'm slowly adding new dialogue into the game. All right, so now we have the quest to go fight the lizards, right? The lizard folk who are trying to take over the marsh. And this should be the transition. There it is. To go into the marsh, right? When you walk into the marsh, it gets a little darker on you. And there's one of the lizard guys. It is. It's a huge endeavor for especially like this style game. Because and I'll show you here in a moment. Brent, welcome in. Good news, Brent. You are first for doing Sophie Treat today. Yes, you are first. So we'll do a Sophie Treat. Let me call her over here. Here comes Sophie. And just remember, for those that don't know, Sophie is the star of the show. I'm just kind of the co-streamer here. I'm not that important, right? All right, let me switch cams real quick. And here we are. This is Sophie, right? Good girl. And she takes her little treat, goes lays down to munch on it, right? All right, so we hit level 2. Brent, you actually needed to go to bed early tonight. You just wanted to claim victory and say hi. Well, I appreciate you coming in and, of course, feeding Sophie. Because, you know, she appreciates that. I don't remember what you saw last, but I did finish the stairwell that I was trying to work on yesterday. So let me show the stairwell. All right, so we finished that quest. Let me hide the game for a second, and I'll show the stairwell. This took me a while. So inside the cave, right? So on the first level of the cave, I want, but you got to run. Yeah, you saw me building the cave. Yeah, I finished the stairs. Right? Just a whole bunch of layers and whatnot to make it look like it's going down the stairs, like down instead of. But yeah, that was my accomplishment yesterday. But I finished the first layer. Anyways, Brent, I know it's late. You got to get to sleep because it's got to be at least, what, midnight or so for you. I appreciate you coming by. All right, let me pull this back up. And we're going to go turn in the stuff for the lizard folk. So we have to turn in their claws. All right. Now, normally we would go to work on quest 3, right? Which is, for here, it's the skeletons. But it takes you into the cave. Unfortunately, right now, that is not going to happen because the cave is under construction. And yeah. So I took a small little cave, which was probably only like a fraction of the size, and decided, oh, I'm going to make it 2 levels. Because this is really where your first big boss is going to be. You know, so you got to make your way all the way down, get to your boss. And this little green thing here is your companion, and I'll have to place it somewhere. And this is where you rescue your companion, and they join your party, right? But what we're going to do, because I already have the items on me, there's a whole bunch of the skeleton heads. We're going to accept a quest, turn it in, and then continue from there. Here we are. Made it back. Turn in that stuff. Get some money. Right, so now we're at 70 copper. So now we'll go outside. And there. So Paul the Lumberjack now has joined the game. And he's kind of walking, you know, wandering over to where he needs to be. If you had the Wisp with you, which at this point you would, it will tell you. Let me grab the Wisp here. Right, so the Wisp will follow you and talk to you and that kind of stuff. But it'll be like, oh, Paul's now entered the game, you know, has just made it to town. He's near the forest. So then you got to go find him, right? And I was trying to come up with, how do you open up new biomes? Well, I was like, well, I'll put a tree there and pretend, you know, somebody comes in, Paul the Lumberjack, and they have to chop down the tree, like cut it up, right? So we talk to him. He needs his axe sharpened. Sure, you can help. We take the axe over to the blacksmith. And we turned it in, so we don't have it now. We pick it, talk to him again. We pick up the axe. And now we have the sharpened axe. And we take it back to Paul. Oops. And then right here, when we talk to him, let me turn off the other music. So when you talk to him, you hear like 4 like chopping wood, right? Sounds. Gets rid of the tree. Then you talk to him one more time, and it says there, the ancient forest is open again. Got more trees to go clean up. Good work out there. Oh, one more thing. What's that? There's a witch in the forest. Got to be careful. Right? Don't mess with her, but she does sell stuff. And then watch yourself in there. Later, off you go. Cool. So now he disappears, right? He goes all the way, walks all the way back. You can now enter into the forest, which has nothing in it except for right now the witch zone. I'm actually going to be putting her in a cave, but for right now, she's here. Although she's a witch, so she only comes out at night. So based upon the game day, and we just hit sunset, she'll come out when it hits nighttime. So the other thing that Paul does is not only does he open it up here by getting rid of this tree, there's another bottom path here. And there was a tree that had fallen here. So you weren't able to access it from here before. Whoa. So now you can come in here and do all kinds of stuff. I do have the deep marsh blocked, so you can't get to it yet. And that'll be another one another quest to open, and there'll be a quest to fix the bridge. It's a lot. I'm enjoying it, but it's a lot. All right. Let's think about this. There's a couple things I need to do. I do want all to announce when the ancient forest gets unlocked. So let me turn off the game. I need to find the dialogue. So dialogue Paul. So this is when I talk about, right? So you have to make all the conversation line by line on what you want. And it gets a lot. So like here's brewers. The barkeep. Here. And this is all the stuff. Plus he has quests and everything else in there. Yeah, so that's 659 lines just for the brewer conversation right now. Simon, welcome in. How you doing? Have you tried Dialogic? I don't know what that is. You've been using that for your dialogue amazing plugin. Dialogic. Let me look. No, I just been handwriting everything. Which is why I'm like, it takes forever. Dialogic. Plugin. Does it have it for GameMaker? Godot. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a good. I'm using GameMaker. Let's see. Do we have something similar? While there is no official Dialogic plugin for GameMaker, Dialogic is a highly popular open source dialogue. Top GameMaker dialogue alternatives. So there we go. Chatterbox is one. Scribble, often used alongside Chatterbox. Okay, so Chatterbox looks like that's the one you want. And Quack dialogue system available on the GameMaker marketplace. Quack features an online dialogue editor and supports branching trees and GML script. Oh, okay, cool. So let's open that one and let's check out Chatterbox. Maybe this one. Definition meeting. No. All right. It's probably not it. Let's look at Quack. So it looks like it helps. Maybe. Reviews, preview. Quack is a dialogue tree system built to work with GameMaker Studio 2. All right, so it's a little bit older, but it should work fine. Oh yeah, it's older. I'm sure there's other ones out there that I can be able to use, right? What about this one? So, Simon, don't feel bad. I appreciate you offering things because now maybe I'll find something that's kind of neat and that'll work. Like this dialogue system. Yeah, stuff like this would be good. Oh, there it goes, and it's a listed in GameMaker Marketplace, so that would work. All right, we are going to take that. We're going to put it onto the web whiteboard here and just make a note of it. That's probably not what I... Oh, it posted the whole thing. That's cool. Like a little link to it. I appreciate the suggestion. All right, let's turn the music back on. Yeah, the dialogue does get a lot, right? So some of the stuff is based off of stories that I've written, right? Because I used to do like modules and all kinds of stuff for like D&D and all that. So I generally have like my own stuff written, Word documents, Excel, all that stuff, right? Some of it's based off of that. Some of it I'm just sitting here. I'm like, oh, what do I want them to say? And I'll come up with stuff right now. And then we go back and keep editing it slowly. What was I doing while I was in here, though? Oh, I need to look for the on-call callback, but which is this. Oh, I want visit 3. All right, maybe this is it. Okay, maybe I'm right here. You tried writing your own at first before finding out about the plugin watching Jackie's stream. Excellent. Using the plugin saved you a ton of time debugging your own custom systems. Yeah. I mean, it gets a lot, right? And I have started looking into it because I was like, you know what? Every character is starting to come up with stuff, and I'm trying to make them unique. So kind of like Arlok here. Arlok has snippets of like foreshadow about what is in the game, and has drunken thoughts and stutters a lot, right? So I was like, well, you know, basically wrote it out like it was a play, you know, where you have NPC and player responses. NPC, you know, and depending on what visit you are with them, you'll get new stuff, right? And this one's not bad. This one has like 300 lines for it. All right, so we want this one right here. The ancient forest is open again. Got more trees to go clean up. Good work out there. Oh, one more thing. What's that? There's a witch in the forest. Watch yourself in there. Off I go to clear more trees. Okay, so inside the on-close callback, we're going to add a couple things. We're changing. So we're going to do... I think we're just going to make it system lighting zone title unlocked. Set our alpha for it. Zone title. Zone title timer. Yeah. Okay. And system lighting dot zone title is now active. It was true. All right. And then the other thing, although I started messing with it, I think I messed it up a little bit. So we're going to come back into the lighting and think about this. What I'm doing here is I'm separating my map into quadrants to control the lighting system, right? Because some of this I want real dark, and other areas I don't want it dark at all. So yeah, and right now I have it so that and what it looks like is this, right? As soon as it starts here. There. So it's morning. It's still becoming brighter in the daylight, right? So all your lights starting to go away. This is it. It's sunny out. You don't have to worry about stuff. You're good. But when you travel into the marsh, there we go. It tells you, oh, you're in the marsh and it got darker on you, right? So that is the transitions that I was talking about. And right now, only the marsh is really specified. I want to make it so that all four. So like when I leave the marsh and I come back up here, it's going to say, oh, you've entered the grasslands, right? And I want the same sort of effect when you enter the ancient forest and the deep marsh. It'll also be the same thing when I add the other biomes, because off of here, right, we have another exit right here that's already there, and you'll be able to leave there, go to another map, and that's going to be the harbor. So it'll be grasslands with the harbor. Then I also want a desert zone, a snow area, the mountains. So I'm going to have a couple other exits and stuff like that built into this, and you're going to be able to go to different places. Plus, the caves are also a biome, right? Does GameMaker using A star for the pathfinding? I code the pathfinding, or I use the pathing system. So for that, I literally have to tell it like, oh, I want to create a path, right? And then we're going to make our path over here as an asset. Path, there we are, create it. We're just going to call it path 1. It's fine, right? But when we click here, we got to connect them. So then we say path 1. And we can draw the path on here. So let's say from there to here right? And let's say I want it like a circle. Somebody walks over here, and you bring it back, right? And then you tell it, oh, you want it smoothed out. You can close the loop, and it connects it automatically. And you can use that, right? And make somebody walk a particular path. Or, you know, you make it so they continue wherever you want them. That's one way to do it. The other way is all these NPCs are walking around on their own, right? So they randomly have they have a direction built into their stuff, right? So they'll randomly walk around without having any pathway. They run in, they bump into an object, they wait a minute, they turn and walk somewhere else. So that is how I did them. The other way is, let's say, I have one NPC, he's hiding behind here, that after quest 3 is done, he shows up and walks all the way over to here, then walks up to here. And Paul, I have walk points right here. So the walk-in goes from here, right? So you can do it that way. So you have a couple different options on how to make it. Right now, this is the closest thing to a walk structure for a path that I have in the game. All the other ones are free roaming, right? So like when I started again, we'll see the NPCs are just kind of wandering around. And I wanted it that way to make it feel like more natural. Right? So there's homeless, just kind of wandering wherever. And you come up here, you got Brent wandering, you got Bernucci. I created the dog in here, which right now her name's doubling up. I'll fix that. But and you can interact with her, you know, pet the dog, that kind of stuff. Although she has a conversation stuff activated on her. I made a mistake somewhere. Yeah, and this one here, see, it got stuck on the tree. So it just takes her a few moments. He was stuck here, and then they wander a different direction. So I did it just to make it feel kind of natural, right? And right now it's storming. I only have 3 weather, right? So I have storm. Oh, what was the debug key? Oh, I think. There we go. Sunny or cloudy or stormy. And it's the same thing inside the pub. When you're in the pub, they're in here, and some of them are set to sit or look like they're at the tables. Others are walking about. Right now, is the day-night cycle just for looks? Mostly, yes. For right now. I only designed it like about a week ago. So I would like for it to affect things. I just haven't figured out what or how we're gonna do, like how it's gonna be done yet. On here, Oops. I want this. We did talk about different things, but we haven't, by we, like Chat and I, right? We haven't come up with what all weather is going to do outside of that, right? Oh, by the way, I see that ads are going to go off. When it does, I'm going to take it, be right back so you don't miss anything. I'm going to uncover the bird. I have a 5-year-old Quaker parrot that hangs out behind me. And I'm going to grab some more coffee. And then we're going to get to it. And we'll come back. Do you, and you can think about it, and then after break we can talk about it, but what, if you were playing a game and you had the weather in there, what do you think it would affect? Right? But yeah, for right now, it's pretty good. I do have NPCs like the witch over in the ancient forest that only shows up at nighttime. So based upon the game time, when it hits night, she'll appear. I'm back. I have my coffee. Arwen is uncovered. And we're in good shape there. All right, so off the top of your head, a few things you can think of. All right, let's go to the dash or the web whiteboard. Oh, I didn't save that pin. There we are. So now pinned at the top of the chat is the web whiteboard. And you can access this. You don't have to sign up for it or anything. I use a free white one. But then you can come in and draw or put some game dev stuff in here, right? So off the top of your head, we're going to capture your whole thing. We're going to come over here. We're going to paste it. There we are. All right. So off the top of your head, a few things you can think of for the weather and day and night could affect crops, if any. True. I haven't started thinking about whether or not you're going to be able to do crops or have your own little house yet. It may not end up in version 2. Could end up in like the next one, which would be sort of more towards the final version. But that would be a good one, right? Having it affect stuff. NPC routine, sleep, lock shops. I like that. One of the things I was thinking about was I want to make it more day and night oriented as well, not just weather. So when it's daytime, NPCs are out walking around, but when it hits nighttime, maybe they're not. Maybe they disappear and you don't see them, but they're inside the pub. Right? And they reappear for the daytime. So which means shops would be closed. So like the blacksmith up here would be closed at night. And it's kind of the same thing. So like in here, here's the witch, right? Over on her temporary zone. She only appears at night. So it'd be the opposite for the other NPCs. And what else we got? Rain could fill holes in certain areas, allowing to reach secret treasure. Oh, you know what? That is a cool idea. Having like a hole that could have a treasure down there, but it only goes out, or you can only access it after it rains a while. I like that. All right. Right. So on here, day and night, slash night. Why is it white?
Hello
I
there.
can't see that.
Hello there.
This.
Hello there. Another happy landing.
Hello. Good morning, Jeepin. And what? You're up early. I was expecting you to sleep longer than that. Morning. All right, so day and night cycle affects crops. Why? No, you just need to stay and be that. Thanks. All right, so we have affect crops. We have NPCs go indoors at night. We had NPCs close up shop at night, right? And then we also had for weather, we said rain could fill a ditch, a hole, right? Fill a hole, and allow treasure to float up, to be able to be grabbed, right? I like that. Yeah, that's some cool. Those are some cool ideas with that. All right. We are just doing a whole bunch of random things this morning, Jeepin. I was working on the Paul quest to be able to clear this stuff up. So right now, I do have it so that it clears a couple of the items away and gets rid of the layer ID for quest trees. So it makes it so the ancient forest opens up 1, 2, and 3, and you're able to access in here. Yeah. All right. Lurk, you got to run some errands. Be back in a little while. Excellent. I appreciate the lurk. All right. We need to get the lighting to work. This is what I currently have. Now, why, if I add in so time to find the witch in the forest. Exactly. I do. Oh, I don't have it open. I was some neat cauldron stuff, and colored lights like flames that are gonna be there. I'm gonna build the witch. This is only a temporary zone. She's actually gonna probably be in the cave, right? And it'll be her own little area, and it'll be it'll be neat. Just her little cave. Yep. All right. So 0. I should do this. Right, because we have 0 here. And then it goes all the way down here. So X 0. And we have X 0, right? So 0, X 0, 0 would be this first spot. But then you have like Y on how far it needs to come down. Y. So this should actually be X2. This one is going to be X1. This is Y1, and this should be Y2. Yeah. All right. So that is how these are working, right? Oops. Let's just take this and we'll copy that in there. This is going to be grasslands. 0.0. So no effect on the light. And I need it to be 0, so up here. Y1 is not 0. Y1 should be just shy of where the marsh starts, so 13.99. And X2 is going to be where the what is this? Ancient Forest. So we're going to say that's 1500. So X2 should be 1500. And for this corner, it's really going to be about the same spot all the way across. So, all right, that's the bottom of the marsh. This should also be probably $13.99. All right, let's run it and see if that works. So if I enter the marsh, it should tell me marsh. If I enter the grasslands, it should tell me grasslands. I'm on OBS. There we are. All right. Marsh. It has said marsh. Well, let's see if it tells me we've entered the grasslands anywhere. So, no good. Why is there a sun up here? Yeah. No idea. But it hasn't told me that we've entered the grasslands anywhere. Right? So that's not quite working. Let me close it. We have 0, which is in the top left. And then the first Y it goes all the way down to 1399. Because at 1400, it changes to March. Then it goes all the way over to 1500 and comes down to 1399. So technically, when I enter that, it should be doing that. And although the stuff is the same, well, let's copy that. Let's put it in here. So we can figure out why that's not working right. All right. Brightness there.
Sophie.
All right. Well, maybe I'm thinking about it wrong, right? Like, we have 0 for the X. We have 1500 for the X here. Right? Am I just not? Select, I think it is. And let's just do, we'll put it in here. All right. Box 1 should be 1500, give or take just a little bit for this. Yeah, about 1500. So that's X1. Oh, I think I know. Maybe. No, I don't know. And it goes down to about 1400 here. Right? So if I'm here, that's 1400. If I'm over there, it's still going to be 1400 for the Y, but the X changes. All right, maybe I am just thinking about this wrong. Let's try that. Maybe the first initial Y needs to be up here. Oh, maybe it does. So 0, 0, right? I need to define here. The X is up here and the Y is here. Then I need to tell it where this one is, and it draws a square. I got you. Okay, I think I figured that out. So this needs to be 0. All right, that makes sense. It makes sense. There it goes. All right. Let's start game. We have our giant red square on here. This should be the cross zone, roughly. So there's the... Well... it's not listing the name anymore. Ready to go to the Boot Center Park again? Let's do it. Let's go right now. Yep. Say we can go. That was fun. I was really impressed. I mean, the other musicians, you know, a couple of them were really good. A couple of them were like, okay, that's not bad, right? But I was very impressed with Post Malone, who was the headliner for Saturday, and his performance. It's absolutely just energetic. Absolutely. It was really good. Yeah. So what just happened here? The grasslands. So the grasslands, marsh, and cave. Marsh stopped working. All right. So this needs to be not like this. It's X here, comma, Y1. And then here, so we can get rid of these other ones. This is X2, Y2 to create your box. Okay. That math still gets me. All right. I keep looking at it. I'm like, it's not what I think, but yeah, it's true. So we have it set to there. Just make it down a little bit more. So that should be the crossover, right? Maybe the order of the zero of the mesh is incorrect. Well, I don't know if that actually makes sense, but let's just change the order to see if that works. Okay. All right, so now it says I'm in the grasslands. All right, so that was good. We come down here. We're in the marsh, but it's not telling me I'm in the marsh. But it says I'm in the grasslands. Oh, wait, there it goes. Grasslands. Marsh. Grasslands. All right. So does grasslands have to be last? I mean, it appears to be like some sort of zone check issue, right? On the order of it. When the player is in the marsh area, they may also technically be inside bounding box, but no, that's not right. Right here, there's a little bit of a split. Okay. That's all right. So all right, we can close this. I think now it just won't start with the grasslands. I don't know. Is it? It's not the darkness that's like doing the ordering, is it? I had it working fine when I only had the 2 zones. Now when I'm trying to add in new zones, that changes it. It's hard for me to wrap my head around this. But all right, so now copy that. We're gonna move this one over here. This stretches a little bit more to about there. That's not really doing anything. Okay. Then you want this to be like that. And then the last box is just going to be right here. And that's kind of be how we stink up the place. That's how we're going to do that. Yeah. Who's stinking up the place? Tumat. Good morning. Welcome in. Thanks for coming in and stinking out the place. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right. So those are going to be our zones, right? And when we create the different ones, it should work here. So it should be fine. Let's start it again. And because what we're trying to do is set up our light zones for when we go into different places. So, Tamat, how have you been? How was your weekend? Appreciate you being here. Yeah, good eve. Good morning. Yeah, it's only 8:37 in the morning here. All right. Weekend was good, somewhat relaxing. How was yours? Mine was really good. Saturday, streamed first thing in the morning. Then Jeepin and I went to a music festival for the rest of the day, right? We got there around a little after noon. So, I don't know, 12:30-ish, almost 1 o'clock, right? But then we were there all the way until we didn't get home until like 1 in the morning. So it was a long day. It was a long day. But the music was really, really good. Lots of different musicians and talent and stuff going on. So the festival was fun. Yeah. And then Sunday, I streamed in the morning. I was a bit of a zombie because like I think I got to sleep around 1:30, quarter to 2. I woke up around like 6 in the morning, started streaming at 7. I was a bit of a zombie. All right, so that red should be the crossover zone. All right, so we're in the marsh. We're in the grasslands. Into the marsh. Into the grasslands. All right, I think I have that working pretty good. Yeah, so it was fun. And yesterday, really all I did was work on one of the rooms. I'm working on the cave here. So I was designing this, right? And I spent some time. I had to make the new stairs. I didn't have one. So I had to do this. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's like 6 layers to get it right. Because I was trying to make it look like you're going down. Because you have to go to the second level of the cave. Yeah. Right? And this will be the opposite side of where you come down into it. So it'll be fine. But it's coming along. So the game's coming along pretty good, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 roughly quests. After the 4th quest, you get to unlock this new zone. Right off the bat, though, you get grasslands and the marsh, swamp, that kind of stuff. We have a quest that after quest 3 shows up and he walks over here and comes here and then helps clear away the trees. So we have that. I've been working on dialogue and all kinds of other stuff, and I think it's starting to it's being pretty good. So yeah, we are coming along with it. And these red boxes that I got on here, which currently show on in the game, right, are for the lighting zones. It's just for me to see visually where it is. Make sure it works. All right. Now that I know that works, I think what we're going to do is we're going to reorder this a little bit, right? We're going to put a cave at the top. That should still be okay, because then we have world map on its own. And we're going to copy this. This should be our deep marsh. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be 1250. Does that make sense? 1250? No. Not at all. All right. Where does the marsh end itself? So X there goes to 1530. That's where we want it to go. So it needs to start. Oh yeah, at 1530. Oh no, yeah. Let's make this 1520. Let's give it a little zone of 10 pixels. And so deep marsh should be well, that's the cave. So marsh ends at if we look at our map, deep marsh needs to be here. It's not going to match up. Oh, it's not going to match up. All right, let me do the ancient forest one first. And light wise, it's going to go here. Ancient forest. So Tamant, if you're still there, how are things with yours? Like, how's your game? Work's been a little busy lately, so I haven't been able to pop in. We're going to make this like 4. It's darker, but not like marsh dark. And if I think about this, okay, so this needs to be where the grasslands ends. So it's going to be a Y0, but X of 1500. So we're going to say X2 is 1500. Let's make it starting at 1505, and let's end this at 1495. So that way they overlap a little bit, right? Well, here on the weekend, you released a new demo version, which nerfed it so that is more player friendly. Got it. Tumont, do you have a link or anything you would like to put in chat? All right, so we have this is not right. This needs to be top corner. Perfect. This is the Steam page, right? So when you come here, this is a cool game. Roguelike factory, right? I've liked watching you make this. Yeah, so for anyone that is interested, the demo is out. You can come in here, you can add it, right? Wish list it, do all that fun stuff. When do you know when you're gonna have like an actual release to things yet, or is it just still in the demo version? Yeah, I like this. This is cool. I've enjoyed watching you make it. All right, back to this coordinates that are driving my brain a little crazy today. So this one is not 1400. This should be 0. 1505 and 0y. Yes, that'll be up on the edge. So now for x2, I need it to be, we're going to say 3000 for our x, and let's make it 1650 on the y. I think that would be fine, right? So 3000x 1650y. So this is 3000x, and our y is going to be 1650. All right, we're going to run it. We're going to test it. We have the marsh, ancient forests, and grasslands. You hope this year you still have to build 2 more levels, and in as with full focused working on player feedback. Gotcha. So if you're lucky, you will be done with polishing, adding tutorials, and can work on the release version. Nice. All right, we're gonna go into the marsh here again. The naming didn't show up, and it didn't show up. Did I do it wrong again? Well, let's go. So I can't get into the ancient forest yet, because there's the zone. Oh, I know how I think I can. Let me easily. We're just going to turn off the wall here. Right? That should allow me to walk through there. Love how he got happy getting distance to the dark forest. Yeah. All right, let's start it again. this is now... I think I got everything right, though. So let's save. Let's do a quick cleanup. All right, there. And let's run it. And we'll test it again. It's coming along. This is doing well. Some of the stuff takes me a little bit to get it correct, but, you know, that's all right. It's going to take it a little bit longer to start it up again because I did a clean, so it's basically cleaning up all the files. And I can hear Arwen, who's behind me, making noises because she can hear Jeepin walking around upstairs. All right. It looks like we're good. All right. So we had grasslands. You're not telling me the marsh anymore. Fine. Let's go check if I can get into the ancient forest. And it's storming out. It took me a little bit to get this rain to work. But, you know. All right, so ancient forest work. Oh, I misspelled it. Ancient forest. Grasslands. All right, well, that worked here. Ancient forest. Grasslands. I don't know why the marsh isn't working now. But thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Deep marsh. Oh, it thinks it's the deep marsh? No, you should not be the deep marsh. All right, let's stop it. Let's take a look at what I did wrong. Oh, I see what's going on. I did mess it up. Yeah. So in... Uh-oh. I know. Uh-oh. Here. So we said our Y... All right, let's look at the...
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger? Yeah, I'm in danger. I'm in danger. I messed it up. So 1505 is the X. So that should be X1 here. 1505. Right? Now, the Y is going to start. It's going to be 1650. And X2 is going to be 3000. But Y2 is going to be 2500. There we are. Okay. So now we have the correct zoning for the deep marsh, the ancient forest, and the grasslands. It should all work correctly now. My keyword is should, right? I say it a lot. It should work. It doesn't always work, but it should. So, yeah. Well, let's just run it. All right, there we are. We're in the grasslands. Oh, wait, it's not showing up. You missed it. It said it was in the grasslands. But we go down, goes into the marsh. There is the... All right, that's perfect. So it says marsh. Grasslands. The timing, like, it doesn't have to stay there that long. But, like, we'll come up here. I remove the barrier that is here. We should be able to go into the ancient forest. I have to fix the spelling. And grasslands. And then if I go to, I wonder if I can get to the, let me see how many things I have to fight on my way. All right, we're going to run on this one. As soon as it gets to my turn. So my combat is turn-based. No way. No, look at all the things. You're all chasing me. All right, so marsh. So many things. It is a little tough. Fighting all that when you're level 1. Can you stop? And run. Deep marsh. All right, so we have, I think that works pretty good. These lines might need to be fixed up a little bit, but deep marsh versus regular marsh. Deep marsh. Yeah, I just have to get this line a little more solidified here. Dang it. Marsh. Yeah, all right. So we're pretty good here. Nice. Ah, stay away. All right. So we got that. So those lines. Let's think about that. What did I say? This is 1450. I guess I need to figure out where the deep marsh is starting. I think I said 1500. I did. I said 1505. So this 1520 should be really 1495. A little bit before the marsh. And that should be all right. Yeah, because then we have the marsh ends at 1400 going up. Although we're saying this ends at 14 or starts at 1495, so there is a little bit of overlap there. I need it to be the other way. I think this needs to be 1485. All right. Seeing that, I see ad notifications, right? So we have about a minute. Ads are going to go off. During that time, I'm going to take a be right back. I don't like covering content and stuff as much as I can during ad breaks. So what I need to do is I need to fill up my coffee. That's kind of the primary thing. So I'm going to fill up my coffee. and then we'll be back to it, right? All right, so now it happens. Sometimes the naming convention is not showing up. What was like before coffee? It was dinosaurs. That's what that was. All right. Welcome in, Kelvar. I will see you in a minute. Hang tight. I'm going to grab some more coffee, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, we're back. All right. So the zone stuff with the name can like not showing up. I think what happens is sometimes when you start the game, you're already in the grasslands. It's not going to tell you all the time that you're there. So it may not register it. And I just put the E in here, so I fixed that. I think I got to fix the transferring stuff, right? So it only really works when you trigger it going in, but if it doesn't register you in a zone to leave a zone, then it doesn't work, right? So it's this thing, I think. I have target darkness equals base darkness, current zone. I think I want the current name variable, current zone name. like that. For loop is fine. Zone, dark zones, room there. Port, point to rectangle. That's okay. Target darkness zone here. Current zone name equals our zone darkness. And then we go into our if statement. Idle. No. It's not right. We're going to switch it. I want it to be if zone title does not equal our zone dot name. Then we do this stuff. Zone title then equals name or alpha true set. Okay. Break in zone title. So if you're not in the zone, title active is false, but we also need to say what our zone title is. Title is. And that should be good for that. All right. I think the changes are going to make it so that when we start the game, it will recognize the zone that we're in, therefore declaring that we're in a zone. When we leave the zone to go to a zone, it will then show the name. Hopefully it'll just do it all the time now. And Jeep in the Kevlar, yeah, it was dangerous and scary. Everyone was so mean. True. Very true. Let's start it. I think I got all the right stuff. There we are. All right, wait for OBS here and start the game. We come down, we go into the marsh. The name is there, so we're good. And grasslands. And grasslands. Ancient forest. Ancient forest to grasslands. Ha. All right. That worked. Yeah. Before I forget, let me put that piece back right here. There we are. That gets destroyed when the lumberjack shows up and chops down the tree, like chops up the tree, so that it opens the zone. Here. And we're going to leave these things up for now. Our red zones, right? It'll help to identify it visually. I'm just going to leave them. There. All right. We can close this maybe. Let's go into Paul. So in Paul's dialogue, so So it's not going to be in here. It's going to be in my object dialog for Paul. On Paul, when we finish visit 3, right? So we have visit 3. Well, this would be visit 4. Walking back. So, yeah. 2, 3. Technically, it's 3. Am I messing it up by calling it 4? Although the chop state is walking back, right? So it changes that, so it knows it. I think it's right. We have on close call. Let's run it. It'll take a couple minutes to activate it. We're going to turn in the first 3 quests. I have the items on me, so we're going to turn in the first 3 quests. Then that will activate the lumberjack showing. And I got to fix that so that it recognizes you every time you come back to talk to him. He's not saying the same stuff every time. So we turn in the stuff from the rats. Perfect. Right? Gain some copper, some XP. We're now working on quest 2, which is the lizard folk. You accept. We turn it in. Right? Now we'll grab quest 3, which you can't even do right now anyways because I took all the skeletons out as I'm redoing the cave. The cave is now going to be like 2 levels. It's going to be really nice. It'll be fun. All right. All right, so we finished quest 3 now. We leave, and we're outside. And here comes the lumberjack. So at this point, though, you would have the wisp. So we're going to grab the wisp. Technically, you would have Tavian too, but we're going to leave him. So the wisp will talk to you, and it doesn't matter. Let's say you come out and ignore the fact that Paul's walking and you go do stuff, right? When Paul hits his mark, the wisp is going to tell you, oh, there it is. Hey, Paul the lumberjack just made it to town. He's near the forest. We should go look, right? Go say hi. So you come up. Make sure I got that mark there. Yeah. We talk to Paul. Oh, we need something done, right? These fallen trees are blocking the path to the ancient forest. Need the right axe to clear them. My axe needs sharpening first. Perfect. So we take accept. It says item acquired. We have Paul's axe on us. So now we take it to the blacksmith. And he takes the axe, so I no longer have it. We talk to him. Again, we pick up the axe. It says item acquired, and it should be in there. Sharpened axe. So now we go back. Oh, got your axe. I'm going to pause that music. Okay, so you hear it 4 times, like the chopping. Tree disappeared. Ancient forest is open again. Got more trees to go clean up. Good work out there. Oh, one more thing. What's that? There's a witch in the forest. Sells unique items, they say. I wouldn't mess with her. Noted. Watch yourself in there. Later, he's off to go clear more trees. Grasslands. I did not see Ancient Forest unlocked appear. I saw Grasslands appear. Ancient Forest. Grasslands. Well, we're getting there. But now, we have this tree's gone. So now you can enter the marsh from the top up here, or leave the marsh and go to the ancient forest. The this area, which doesn't have any boundaries yet, but this area, you cannot get to the deep marsh yet. Like, officially get to it. You can get into the zone as part of this, but you can't cross here because of that tree. We'll just cut across here. And you can't leave the ancient forest here because the tree's in the way. So there is some more work that will need to get done. And I started making the room for the witch. But right now, this is her camp. And homeless, welcome in. I heard that. Sophie treat. Here she comes. Good girl. All right. How you doing, homeless? And what do you got going on today? All right. So I'm thinking the witch. Oh, let me get the music back on. So I think the witch is going to end up over here, right? Not up, like, there's a little walkway up here, but like this little cave here will be the entrance to the witch area. Maybe at night she's out here. Well, no, maybe at night she just shows up in her house. You're hoping the rain stops so you can do something. Gotcha. We don't have rain in sight forever. We'll take your rain. How about that? They're calling for a little bit of rain like Monday, which will cool things off because over the weekend it was like it was 90 Yesterday and today are about mid 80s, so 85, and it's going to stay around mid 80s throughout the week. Yeah, and then it drops. So next Monday we'll have a little bit of rain, and then it'll cool off. It'll be drop into the 70s for a little bit. Yeah, that'll be good. All right, so we have grasslands and ancient forests sort of mixed up here. Can't get across there. Oh, that one needs fixed. I can walk on top of that tree. Not these trees, though. All right, that's fine. It's 1700, so it is in sunset time. We're gonna go back in. We're just gonna make sure the timer is working okay. So let me move that for a minute. Let me turn off the game here. So here's what I'm thinking about, right? We got grasslands, we have marsh, deep marsh, ancient forest. I'm thinking about over here, roughly, like it won't be attached, it'll just be another map area, like room. But over here, from here, you'll be able to come in here. It'll be more grasslands, and it'll have a harbor. So you can have, because there'll be pirate ships, well, frigates, right? And that stuff will be there. I think that'll be cool. You'll be able to do a couple things here. You won't be able to sail anywhere yet. That's future thinking. Take you to another land, another town, that kind of stuff, right? But I think coming off of the ancient forest, maybe this right here will be a pathway to head up towards like a desert. Maybe it should be down here. Like maybe off of the deep marsh will be a pathway and you can get to the desert. Maybe up here will take you to the snow level room and there'll be mountains this way. Yeah. And right now I have 3 cave areas. I'm still working on the first one because I decided to redo it. Right? So instead of like a small area that was only like this, I really expanded it. And so now that's the top level of the cave, and I'm working on the bottom level. Yeah. I think it's coming along pretty good. I do have a room that I started for Cave Forest. This is going to be the witch room. Right? You come in here. This is kind of the witch area. I still have to put some more stuff into it. Maybe a little hut, house, something. But that'll be her cave. Oh, and she just showed up, speaking of. So there we have her. Shows up when the game hits 20. So roughly 8 o'clock. Cheapin's doing good. Yeah, she's finally recouping from the concert. True. The concert wore us out. It did. We were there like 12 hours. It was fine. It was hot. So we definitely got a little dehydrated. But it also got windy around in the evening. And so the dust and sand and all that stuff sort of picked up. And made my throat real scratchy for a while. All right. At this, I don't think can I talk? Did I finish setting up the... Not too many. Find the fire. What are you exactly? They never are. Call her Sophia. She already knows what to call you. How? The 4 stocks. She listens. Little light trailing behind you. Does it have a name? The Wisp. Why? Curious. Nothing more. Often. All right. So we have chit chat, shop. If I hit shop, I think it'll just crash the game, but we're gonna do it. Yeah, it did. I don't have the shop set up yet. All right. We'll close that one. I think we're just coming along pretty good. We have one shop really set up. That's the one with Brewer. So much. And web whiteboard. All right, we fixed this. So this stuff is crossed. We don't need to worry about that. I did work on those. Oh yeah, I got to figure out why. There's a extra sun sitting way at the top. So let me try is it daylight? Sun? No. All right. Let's go sprites. SBR day night. Props, objects. What did I call it? Sun? Day? Light? I don't remember. How about let's look up weather. System weather. How would I call this thing? Oh, it won't be in weather. It would be in my day system day night. Lighting. Sunrise, full day, sunset end, system day, or sprite day night. Oh, it is that. All right, my bad. Why do I have a day night SPR2 just sitting in the middle of nowhere? or frame 2, I should say. SPR day night. So this is drawing it. Icon X. So what's my icon X with -24? So that's the top right one. Hi, Arwen. But yeah, somewhere like this, for whatever reason, I have so there's an extra sun thing way over here. All right, let's think about it. If it's there in the top corner, it's showing frame 2 of the SPR day night. All right, I'm going to start the game. We're going to take a look at it. All right, so it's raining. Where was this thing? This was up here somewhere on the other side of the sheep. There. It's like right there. Where would that be? That would just be frame 2. With it, right? Frame 2. All right, let's close it. Let's take a look at room. I don't have the sprite showing up here. Oh, you know what? System day night. Well, in position, drawing. So at the top, let's do it's visible equals false. Start it, right? We're going to start the game again. We're going to go check it. Okay, it's not working right. Oh, and because I did that, the whole thing's disappeared. All right, so we got to undo that. That's not right. Can't have that. Well, I just don't know. Sunrise. It's always showing on frame 2. So this instead of that, let's try sprite index equals -1. And we'll see if that works. All right, so right off the start, the day timer section is showing, so we're good there. You are still right here. Why? Why? Well, I wonder if it changes. Time of day. Current phase is daytime. What would be nighttime macros? If I set it to 67500, that should be night. Right? Let's test it. Because what I'm wondering is it going to change as well, or is it just a static image? All I'm doing is changing the icon, right? So it changes with it. All right. So it is being drawn into places. Let me change this back. Yeah, because current phase, I would have to tell it night. But where is that drawing? So that's drawing up here. Right here. I only see it in a couple places here, right? So I'm only specifying it here for like the day, night. I don't know. I don't think under weather it's drawing it anywhere. It would have shown up here. That's going to be a weird one. Weird one for sure. All right. What I want is when Paul finishes the whole quest scene right here, right? When Paul finishes, 1 goes and talks, 2 comes over here and chops, 3 walks back. So when Paul comes back, that is visit 3. After that visit, Paul initiates the walk back, which means he's going to walk from here all the way out, right? Can I help you? Hi, Arwen. Hi. Arwen here is jeeping and is trying to call upstairs to her all the time. She's like, I know Jeepin's up. I hear Jeepin. I'm going to call to Jeepin as loud as I can. Yeah, she's like, oh, hi, Mom. All right. So when Paul starts to walk back, I want I wanted to say ancient forest unlocked, right? Should just appear. So for R1 is like right behind me, right? But she likes being there because she can see everything that we do. And she thinks the whole time I'm streaming, I'm talking to her anyways. So, which is why she makes a whole bunch of little noises all the time. She's like, oh, you're talking to me. I got some weird... What? What? She jumped up. She was like, I don't know what to my... Hi. Yeah. I have some weird bugs going on. I don't know what the hell's going on with that system, like the day-night icon. Yeah. Let's just here. Hold on. We're gonna go into NPC Paul's dialogue, and right here we're gonna get rid of this. I don't want it based on the lighting system at all. I think we're just going to say draw text that, right? So let's just see if that works, and then we'll set it, right? It may sit there for a minute, but that's all right. We'll have to turn in all these other, oh, whoops. That's not right. I need it to be X. I need a Y. Silly me. Let's do plus. No, the X of the player should be fine. The Y, though, we want it to be minus about 100. So it'll be up high. All right, let's just do that. We'll have to turn in all 3 quests. Let Paul walk to his spot. And then I think we'll be all right. Do I still have all the stuff on me? Yeah. So earlier, Jeepin, in chat, some good ideas came in about the weather system. So if it's storming, maybe the people walking around sort of vanish. They're not walking around in the rain. So you won't find the people in town outside, but you'll find them in the pub. And it'll be the same thing. When it hits nighttime, they're going to disappear. Shops will close, and you can only get stuff out of from the barkeep from the pub. So I think that's the direction this is going to go. It won't be for a little while, but I think making it so the weather impacts the game is going to be cool. So some good suggestions there. All right, we are turning in all the stuff. We have some skeleton ones, last one to do. The skeletons aren't even in the game at the moment because I'm reworking the whole cave system. Yeah. All right. All of it's done. We're going to leave here. Come out. Paul the lumberjack should. There he is. He's walking like he's a little drunk, but he never quite walks the same path. We'll just pick up the wisp. All right, so to get Paul to do his stuff, we got to be able to take his axe, get it sharpened, right? So that's part of the first part. Then you accept it. It should be in here, yeah. Inventory, it's there. Then we take it and go talk to the blacksmith. Hand it over. Axe disappears. Talk to the guy again. Hey, look, there's the axe. And there it is. So now you take it back. Then he walks off, chops the tree, comes back, talk to him again. Tells you about the witch. Don't mess with her. Noted. Watch out. Off he goes. I wonder if it's showing up on Paul. We're going to wait here. Paul, you're walking drunk. So it didn't show up either. All right. Because I think I got this backwards a little bit. It's item data. Yeah, this, I just need to get this probably up here. I'm going to put this here. And this, I want it to be player X and player Y. Probably help if I tell it it's an object player. All right. Let's do it again. And once I get it so that it says whatever it is, Ancient Forest unlocked, right? Then we'll be good. All right. I also need to make it so that this conversation only shows up, like, certain parts of it only show up the first time. After you've talked to him, he already knows who you are. You don't need to keep saying it, you know. And it shouldn't show the quest that you've completed. All right, we're back from the marsh. We do that. We are now doing the skeletons. Need it back. Turn those in. Perfect. Done. Come out. There's the lumberjack. Paul's walking very straight today. Oh, no, he's weaving a little bit. He's only had a couple drinks. It's not quite like... I'm supposed to just walk straight. But he doesn't. Paul's got a little drinking problem. It's all right, you know, as long as he still can do his job. There he goes. All right, so we have the axe again. We're going to go get it sharpened. Come back. All right, now we'll take the axe back to Paul. If you're still there, Tiamat, I know you liked the sheep from the tower defense game, right? I brought the sheep from the tower defense game into here and made it the actual size of the sheep. So we have a friendly sheep in the game. we turn in the axe. He goes and chops. 3, 4. Comes back. We'll talk to him. And it did not occur. Now, I wonder, I'm going to go all the way over here because I'm waiting to see if maybe it has to wait until Paul disappears. I don't know. I got something off on that. And nothing. Got it. All right. Well, it is almost 10 o'clock. A couple minutes off. And that's going to be kind of where I'm going to call it for today, at least on stream, right? Need to get a couple things done. Then I'm going to be back working on this. But the event of the day, Cheap and Annie, is going to be having. So let me do a shout out for Jeepin. Right? Cheap and Annie is going to be doing her cooking stream, Pirate Annie. Your Pirate Annie today. True. So Pirate Annie is going to be doing her cooking stream today at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. And it's pirate food. It's excellent. It's going to be great. It's always going to be a fun time. Right? So, don't forget that is today at 4 p.m. And then tomorrow, she'll be back to doing her gaming stream around 3 p.m. Mountain Time.
4 p.m.
4. Tomorrow will be at 4. 4 p.m. Mountain Time. What?
Talking about today. 3 tomorrow.
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I hear that. Yeah.
3. Yeah, tomorrow is 3 p.m. Mountain Time.
Yes.
Right? So, outside of that, I think that's kind of it. What is going on? Let's see. I am waiting a minute here to kind of see. So we're just going to chit chat for a minute. R1 just said, damn it. Because I say damn it all the time when I am streaming. Or, well, not really when I'm streaming. Well, mostly when I'm gaming. Surprised she hasn't picked up any other bad words. Kelvar, I hope you have a great day. We're just waiting for somebody to finish their starting soon stuff, and then we're going to drop over to it, right? So, I think that's kind of where we're at with stuff. I don't know if I didn't even get in any game time this weekend. Really? I didn't play a game. No. I mean, we went to real life. We touched grass, sand, dirt, everything.
Yeah, probably everything.
All over the weekend.
Yeah.
When we went to the festival on Saturday. So it was just a lot of fun, yeah. Right? But, all right. I see Taman has gone live. We're going to go visit him. He's a good person. He's currently in Unity working on his game, which he posted earlier. That's it right here. Rookie on stream. I'll post it again. He's got a demo out for it. But we're going to go visit Taman, right? I appreciate everyone for being here. That is it for me for the week. I will be back on Saturday morning. Hopefully with some new stuff that I got done. I do want to try to make the beta for the game for this week, maybe sometime today. Get some feedback, and then we'll work on fixing all the feedback. But I appreciate everyone for being here. Let's go say hi to Tomat, and I will catch you all later. Bye now.